Hello everyone. I know there is ISC Literature paper tomorrow, and all those students who are going to appear for it must have studied a lot as far as the syllabus is concerned, be it 5 stories, 5 poems, and 3 acts of Macbeth. But in this video, I would like to share some tips with you that would really help you in writing good answers. See, if we talk about good answers, what I mean to say is those quality answers which have sufficient point and which may help you in scoring the maximum marks, right? So, let's talk about how to attempt the literature paper. So, children, if we talk about the question paper that you are going to get tomorrow, the paper will be divided into 4 sections. The first section is, which you can say as section A. First section is objective type questions, and in these you get 2 types of questions: MCQs, 10 MCQs, and 10 completion of sentences. Right now, out of these 10 MCQs, 4 are going to be there from Macbeth, 3 from stories, and the other 3 from poems. Same kind of pattern is going to be used for completion of sentences also. Now, all these questions means these total 20 questions are of 1 mark each, right? So, this section A can be known as an objective type section, and it is a compulsory section. There is no choice that you get in this section, right? Now, here I have an advice, children. In the 15 minutes of reading time, there are 2 things that you should focus upon. First and foremost, you should be able to make a choice between 2 questions which are given in each section for 10 marks. You should be able to decide which 10-mark question you are going to attempt from each section. And after that, I would want you to read at least once the MCQs as well as completion of sentences. So, as soon as the reading time is over, immediately you should start doing this section A, which is a compulsory section. And if I tell you, this is the easiest section that you get. Why? Because most of the questions are memory based questions here, which have to be answered out of the text. All right. So, for section A, you should solve it first, because at least once you are able to read all the questions in the reading time, and then of course you can give it another reading if you want, and then immediately you start writing answers. Now, as far as writing answers is concerned, I would not want you to waste any time in writing full answers, children. Like, for example, MCQs are concerned, if you are mentioning question number 1, so immediately you should start writing, whatever the in which way the question numbers are given, in the same way you should write it in your sheet. Like question 1, and after that immediately there are 10 questions which you have to write, right? So just write down immediately like this, and after that you start writing the correct answer. For example, I am just giving random answer. For example, for first you find B, for second C, third D, fourth A, whatever it is, right? So immediately you just write the correct option number for question number 1. As far as question number 2, that is complete the sentences, is concerned, these are reasoning questions, because you will find that the sentence has been left on because. Okay, so because, and you need to answer after that. So you need not to write complete sentence. It's better you just write the correct answer that has been asked. All right, so whatever the question is, you just write the answer directly. For example, if I take the question from the specimen paper, it says Macbeth returns to the witches in Act 4, Scene 1 because. So after that, you just put, like for example, you can put question number 2 and then write first, and then you just start writing because Macbeth is desperate and wants assurance about his future. All right. So this is how you are supposed to do section A. Now after that you have section B, which is Macbeth, right? This section is from the play Macbeth. Then you have section C, which is from Prism, that is stories. And then you have section D, which is from Rhapsody, that is poems, right? Poetry. Now, in these sections, of course, in each section, you are going to get 2 5 marks questions and 1 10 marks question that you have to do out of 2 options. 1 out of 2. So here you will see that you get option or choice only in 10 marker, right? Now, as far as writing these answers is concerned, first and foremost thing that I would like to tell you is that you should attempt all parts of a section together. So, first of all, you make a choice. Whichever section you know the best, please begin with that. If you feel that you know all the questions of poetry best, then please go ahead with section D. Begin with section D, then C or A, whatever your choice is, right? So, whichever section you know the best, please begin with that. All parts of a section should be done together, though you can shift them up and down. Like, for example, you are attempting section B, and in section B you are going to get 3 questions, so you want to attempt 10 marker first, you can do that, okay, then second and first, that is okay, but all parts of one section should be done together. You cannot do like first part of section B you are doing, then third part of section C, then second part of section D. No, it should not be done like that. It's better you put the heading section B, Macbeth, and then do all 3 parts, right? Then go ahead with the next one. Now, this time you have the word limit. So, for 5 marks, 100 and 150 is the word limit, and for 10 marks, 200 to 250 is the word limit. Now, if we look at the specimen paper that was released by the council, you will find that for 5 marks question, there are 2 points which have been given in the question, right? So, it means that in 5 marks questions, 2 points are expected to be elaborated upon. And those 2 points, the prompts related to those 2 points are already given in the question paper. So, for 5 marks questions, you see, you can answer the point. You can always answer it like A and B, whatever the points are given, and then you elaborate on those points. And even if you don't divide it like A and B, but at least you should write 2 separate paragraphs for both the points. So, for 5 marks questions, there are 2 points that you are supposed to write. But as far as 10 marks questions are concerned, children, I would say minimum 5 points should be given to write 10 marks answer. Alright, now when we talk about these points of how to write the answer, please understand, please follow this formula. First of all, of course, the point which in 5 marks question is already given, but then you need to elaborate on that point with example plus example. These 2 E's you have to use. When we say example, it means that you need to quote some incident from the text to justify your point, whatever point you are giving. Alright. Now you see in my previous videos where I have revised Macbeth as well as stories and poems in one shot. There are 3 separate videos. I have given the points which are important points that should be incorporated in the answer so that you get full marks. When we talk about literature answers in class 12, children, please remember, it's not only the text that you need to write about. You have to critically examine the text. You have to critically analyze the text. And if we talk about critical analysis of a text, it means you should know about the themes, you should know about the characters, you should know about the plot, of course, and literary devices that have been used in that particular text. So related to these things, I have already made 3 videos earlier. You may go and watch them. And I think that is really going to help you out in writing correct answers. So whatever points you are writing, please please remember that you should associate those points with one of the themes of the story or the poem or the scene of the play that you are doing. Other than this, of course, I would like to tell you that yes, you have to be careful about your handwriting. Of course, you can't change your handwriting at this moment, but please try to be neat and fair. And after every answer, leave 2 lines. You can underline also. You can underline main points in your answers. It really gives a good impression on the examiner. Other than these, if you have any doubts or questions, you can put them in comment box. I will make sure to answer all your queries. And yes, all the best for your exam tomorrow. You are going to rock. Be confident and please write whatever is relevant to the answer. Don't write haywire answers. But yes, one thing that I would like to mention here, if you have to compromise on one thing, for example, means you are not able to write your answer in word limit because you want to include points, you are not able to decide which point is to be written and which is not to be written. And in that situation, most of the time what students do, they write whatever they know. So there is no harm in doing that. If you have to compromise on one thing, please compromise on the word limit, but do not compromise on your content. All right, whatever relevant points are which are related to the question, you should definitely write them down. You should definitely exemplify or justify your points with incidents from this story. Use textual quotes. I have given the technique in my previous videos how to write those quotes. It's not important that you write the whole speech or full paragraph as a quote. It can be a word also, it can be a phrase also, it can be one sentence also. You just need to put them in the double inverted commas. So I hope most of your queries would be sorted in this. And still, if you have any doubts, please put them in the comment box. I will make sure to answer them. All the very best for your exam tomorrow. And yes, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and like and share the video as much as you can. Thank you so much. Bye bye.